Hey there friend, come gather near. Paula's crafty corner's here. Diamond dots and yarn so bright. Crafts and walks in Irish light. By the loud where breezes sing. Latch hooks dance and new crafts spring. Every beat and loop's a smile. Stay and craft with me a while.
Hi guys, it's Paula. Welcome to my little crafty corner. It's a very dull and dreary Sunday morning here. We're going to get rain as usual. What do you expect over here? It always rains. But today I thought I'd do a little bit of a whip and chat and start my Latch Hook kit. Now a few people have asked me about these and is it an easy craft to do and what all involved in it and how you do it. So I thought I would start this one and show you what way I do it. So I'll point you down and we'll get started. So I'm doing the ER because Star over at Starlight Starbright 70 always does a ER event for the month of September. So I have this ER Latch Hook kit, so I thought I would kill two birds with one stone, show you how I do it and start it for the event. This is in 2 bags. So this is all, now I have unboxed this before, but this is our pre-printed little map. You can see ER there, and the flowers and the bees. And as I said before, it is well stitched in. There's no threads or no ripped edges or anything. So these are our colours. ER, it's the blues, you have the greens for the grass and yellows for the bees, and then the flowers, red and oranges, peaches. You get one of these, the Latch Hook. These are really light and you can do it. You can complete these using this, but I invested in one of these. Now you can see the difference there. That one's hooked, whereas that one is straight. This one doesn't seem to snag the yarn as much as it does when I was using this one. So I got 2 of these off Amazon. I think it was for £4 something, I think. So I'll be using this one. So where's my pattern? So as I say, that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's a 52 by 38 centimeters, and this is our pattern that I'm going to follow here. And down here it gives you the number of colors we have, which is 14, and they're all alphabetical. Well, they're not in order. Well, no, they're not in order because C is down there. And so what I do first is I take a little container like this, anything you have, and I put the yarn in it. So if we go by the code here, the first one is A and it's number 4, and if you look, there's a number 4 there on that. So that's my first one I put in, and I just go down the list here. So we have B, which is yellow, is a 14. So there we have the 14. The next one is D and 22, which is, that's 23. 22 is the blue. Now these two, 23 is E, these two are the light blue and the darker blue, 22, 23. We have G, which is 27, which is like a, it's like a purple. Now if you hear any noise in the background, Rocco's out there chewing an old shoe of mine, in case you're wondering what that noise is. H is 28, which is the dark blue, which is this one. J is a green, 32. 32 is the dark green, 32. I should have got a bigger one of these because there's more colours for this one, but I'll squish them in. K is the white, is it? There's no number on that, but it is showing here that it's white, and there is only one of them, so we'll have that one as 37. C is 38, which is grey. We have an L 41, is that the black? Well, you obviously can't see the number on that, but it's black again. The L there showing as black, so we'll put that one in. M is the orange, is 44. N is another green, which is 45. This is the lighter green. And F is another blue, which is 48. 48 is this one. And the last one is P, 54, which is the peachy one. So we have 54. So that's our, oh, there was two white. That's my colours all. So I've put them in there and I have my hook. Now I'm just going to put the rest of these in this bag rather than keep them in that bag. So these are all my spurs. That I bring down. Now I latch hook and I diamond paint down the stairs in the living room in the wee corner down there. So I bring that with me. Let's get rid of this. So I have my extra colours to take down with me. So what I do is, let me just get a little drink before I... Now it also tells you in this code how many well, not balls, how many things of yarn you have down here as well. And at the top there it tells you how to latch hook, but I found a far simpler way than that to do it. So if we look, now I always start over here on the left hand side at the very bottom. So if we look, we're going to do a row, well, you can see that is N, goes right the whole way across the bottom row. So N, and you look down here, N, which is 45. So you get 45, which is the green, is this one. So we're going to take a few out here to work on. Now what I do is, now the yarn's all pre-cut for you. What I do is I just fold it in half like that, hold it in my thumb and my forefinger. I put the hook through it like that, and I put it under the first square here. So what you do is you just put your hook underneath there, and I pull it through until this bit, the bit that latches up, goes through. So, oh look, I've let go of it because my hands are starting to shake a wee bit. I'm not demonstrating this well, am I? So what you do is you grab them two ends, make sure this bit's down, put it around, make sure it's round that hook so it clasps it when it's closing, and you just pull it through like that, and that's your first one done. It's as simple as that. So we'll do that again. So double your yarn over like that, put your hook through it, keep a hold of the ends, not like I let go there. Go to the next square, put your hook through it again, right through until that bit of a latch goes through it, and still holding on to your two ends, twist it around to make sure that it's enclosed in that loop. You see that? And then you can let go and just pull through, and then I just pull the ends just to make sure they're tightened. It's as simple as that, guys. I only came across this craft back in February. As I say, I just cannot get the hang of crochet or cross stitch, so I wanted something still yarny. So I came across this, and I have to say I enjoy it as much as my diamond painting. So again, we go into the next hook, push it through, pull it up around that it's up in that hook. You see that? It's right in that hook. Pull it a bit tight and then pull through. And that's the way you just keep going right the whole way across. Now lucky enough, we've just got the one colour right across here, but you do exactly the same. I go across this row and then I double back and come back the opposite way, and then just keep going like that. So you follow your pattern, whatever colour it is, you just follow it along. So that's how simple it is, guys. It's easy enough craft to get the hang of, and you can get these. Well, I've got most of all of these kits in Temu. Now this one here I've gotten from AliExpress. You can get the mats, or you can get the cushion covers. I've completed 3 cushion covers. I'll put a photo up on the screen if I remember. I have them down on my sofa because I have a black sofa. I did 2 rainbow cushions, and I have a purple butterfly one that goes in the middle, and it does really brighten up the sofa. Take another drink, my throat's still a wee bit dry. Things have gone a bit quiet out here. Hold on, guys, I check what he's doing. Sorry, guys, he had got hold of one of my socks and he was trying to put it on there. So I've brought him in here. He's in his wee bed, just down there. You hear him whining there. What's wrong? You can't chew mommy's socks? No? I tell you, he has been chewing absolutely everything. He doesn't know what about. The sooner he gets out of this phase, the better. Because he's been a wee torture. He likes to... this one, that's it now. He likes to, he'd be sitting on your lap and he'd be licking you, your hand or your face, and then all of a sudden he'll just look at you, and the next thing he'll attack. He'll start biting your fingers or your chin, or try and bite your nose or something. He's 15 weeks he is now at the minute. He's grew so much since we got him. Even Alfie as a pup, he's a lot bigger than what Alfie was at this age. Now Alfie was the little runt of his litter. He was smaller than the rest of them. So, but Rocco there, now the lady I got Rocco off, she kept one of the pups, little Nemo she called him, and his little leg was deformed. So he just went through an operation there last week to get the leg off, and the operation went well. She sent me a wee video of him, and he's doing really, really well, hopping about on the 3 legs, and he's grew as much as Rocco has as well. Hopefully he's gonna settle down now in the wee bed, because he's been running about all morning up to mischief. Now I just want to show you here, guys, it doesn't matter if your pieces of yarn are not all, the same size. It doesn't really, they don't have to be all the same size. I just, as soon as I do one, I just pull the 2 ends just to make sure they are straight. But it's turning out all right. Oh dear, oh, I feel a hot flush coming on. Goodness. Ooh. They've been hot and heavy, my hot flushes, or flushes, whatever you want to call them, lately. I'm at that age now. Look, my glasses are going to steam up now. That's how badly I need my fan. Ooh, God. Anyhow, you don't want to hear about my hot flushes. So we had a wee bit of drama here at the start of the week. It was Monday evening, about, well, it was about 9:30 or just after. I got a message from my sister-in-law saying, "Are you both okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" She goes, "There's a security alert in your area, in your state where you live." And I'm like, well, that's the first I've heard of it. So I went and had a look, and sure enough, the police were everywhere down now where I live. We live here just at the front, at the entrance, but it was away on down, and the police were absolutely everywhere. They had put some people out of their homes, but we were lucky enough we weren't. They had found, well, they'd found a suspicious device, but they also done a house search, and they found some drugs, they found ammunition, and they arrested a few people. So about 11:30, I was still sitting down in the living room, and I heard these 2 almighty bangs. So apparently it was the police had done a controlled explosion, whatever the device was. But that was all right. During the night, apparently, on down from us here, there's like shops, and there's a block of old flats that are, well, they're really, really run down, although there's still a few people that living in them. But the police were doing their checks, and they were driving along down there, and somebody threw a device at them. So that meant there was another security alert, and nobody was allowed into our estate or allowed anywhere near. The shops had to close, although they kept the schools open, which I thought was a bit odd. There's the the area that they blocked off, there's two schools. There's a primary school and a secondary school, but they kept them open with the police. You know, the police were all at the entrance, but they couldn't find, you know, it was dark when they threw it, so they waited till light and then they found whatever it was and diffused it. But those people here that got put out of their homes, they were out, not a full 24 hours, but near enough. All them poor people, they just had to get out. Now there's a little GAA club down the road from us here. Now, good of them, they opened up their doors and let people go in there and put on tea and coffee and food for them and made them breakfast, you know, the next mornings and that. But having to come out of your home and the children and all, like, scared, and people sent their children. Now if it was me and it was my child, I wouldn't be sending it to school the next morning, especially if I got put out of my house. But that was our excitement there on Monday and Tuesday. So you never know who you have living down beside you. Now where we live right up here at the front, we have a green in front of us. Now we've been living here for 20 years and we've never had any bother whatsoever. But it just goes to show you don't know who's living round about and what they're doing. Drugs and drug dealing is a whole big thing up here in Northern Ireland at the minute, and down in the south. But as I say, that was our excitement for the week. I'm just so thankful that we weren't put out of our house. Although hubby said that he wouldn't have went. But and my next door neighbour, he has dementia. He's in a hospital bed now, and they wouldn't have went out either. So, but it is what it is, and it's over now, and nobody was hurt. So that's the main thing. So as I say, that's about the only exciting thing happening around here at the minute. I don't lead a very exciting life. I'm a wee bit stuck at the minute because I can't. Rocco's far too young to be left on his own yet, so I can't go out and about on my mobility scooter, like over to the shopping centre here or wherever. But I am I'm trying to teach him at the minute how to walk alongside my scooter without trying to walk in front of the wheels or behind it or trying to jump onto the footplate, which he has a habit of doing. I mean, when we're first going out and I get it out and I'm closing the garage door, the next thing I look, he's sitting on the footplate already. And as I said to him, we're not going for a wheel, we're going for a walk. So once he, forgets about trying to get up onto the footplate, he runs away on and he enjoys his walk. He loves running through the grass and exploring, and he's not a bit afraid of people or dogs. He tries to run over to them all. So it's nice to get back out and about. I've missed being down at the lakes. I haven't done a down at the lakes short in a good while. So it's coming into the autumn now, so the leaves and all will be changing, the autumn colours. I love that time of the year down at the lakes. There was actually, we met a couple of people that were out walking. They go out walking all the time, and I used to meet them constantly when I was out with Alfie down there. And they were saying that they'd missed me, they hadn't seen me in a long time, and they were wondering if we'd got another pup or not. So nice to know I was missed somewhere. But he's away to sleep now. Hopefully he'll stay that way for a while. When hubby brings him out for a walk, he has no lift, so he comes back and he's absolutely exhausted. And he gets a bath when he comes back. Well, not a bath, but just a wee quick shower, and for some reason he's fascinated by the bath. You bring him up and he's whining to get into the bath, and then when he gets in, he's trying to lick all the water. And even when I'm in the bath and he comes running into the bathroom, he would sit and whine, and the paws up in the bath. He's fascinated by it. And then the only thing is, when you're trying to dry him, oh my God, he is trying to grab the towel, to bite it, to chew your fingers, and it's hard to get him dried. If we could just get him now when he's in the bath to lift his legs up like Alfie used to do, it was funny. Alfie would have lifted each leg up for you. It's hard to believe that he's coming this Tuesday. He'll be 4 months, 16 weeks. We've noticed that his adult teeth are starting to come down a wee bit, so I'm hoping he gets out of the bitey chewy stage soon. So we'll see. And well, speaking of my scooter, I was having a bit of ball with it there. It was about a month ago now, I suppose. It was slowing down on me and stopping and starting, and anyway, I got it. I broke down at my daddy's one. Before it broke down, I got down to my daddy's. It had conked out on me a few times. But eventually I got to my daddy's that day, so I thought, I've got down, I'll maybe get back home, even though it has cut out on me a few times. So when it cuts out, sometimes it's a safety feature. If you're going up a steep hill or something happens, the battery will just stop on you, so you press the reset button. But whatever happened this time, I got 10 minutes from my daddy's till there's a local golf club at the park down beside my daddy's. So I got there and just kaput, wouldn't go. So I had to ring hubby to come and rescue me. But that was alright. We left it in for a service to the place where I got it. So it was to do with there's a wee lever at the back of the scooter that you put it in manual or else drive. So it had something wrong with it. So he fixed that. That was alright. We got it back, and I had went round the whole lakes and went to my daddy's that weekend. It was fine. But the next weekend I was going to my daddy's. I got into just before town. I was going across the entrance to McDonald's, and the bit on my scooter where it shows you the battery, where it's full or empty, it started flashing on and off, and it just stopped completely. And it was just like in the middle of the road, the entrance into McDonald's, and I couldn't get it to go. Now there was people standing talking in the car park, and there was people walking past, and not one of them, not one person stopped to give me a hand. I had to get off. Now, considering I can't walk that far and have problems, I struggled to get that scooter, put it in manual and get that scooter up onto the footpath. Now, I mean, I did struggle. It's a heavy enough scooter. Well, for me, it is. While they all just stood there, watched me. I couldn't get over it. I felt like saying something, but then I thought, no. I was done after trying to get it onto the footpath, and I sort of collapsed back down in the seat. So I got it moved a wee bit further into the footpath, so it wasn't in anybody's way going past. So again, I had to phone hubby to come and rescue me. So excuse me, I'm gonna have a drink. So we left it in. Well, hubby phoned up the place first. No, sorry. Hubby, when we got it home, hubby opened the battery. Now there's a big battery box, and it has 2 batteries inside it that makes the scooter go. Now, as soon as hubby opened that battery box, he knew it wasn't my battery straight away, because we had bought there last year. I think it was maybe this time last year, or I think we had bought 2 gel batteries for my scooter, which not only are they lighter, which means I can lift the battery box up better, but they last a lot longer and they're a lot more reliable. So when hubby opened that box, he knew straight away they weren't my batteries. So he got on to the guy and told him that, listen, you've put the wrong battery box back in my wife's scooter. And he explained to him about the gel batteries, and the guy tried to say, well, they're much the same, and Wayne was like, no. So he went and he had a hunt for my battery, and he come back on the phone to Wayne and said that he couldn't find it. So somebody else, he's done an awful lot of services to scooters, he said, since he done mine. So somebody else in Northern Ireland is my good gel batteries in their scooter, which we paid dear for. So he doesn't know who has it, so I can't recover them. So he did give us 2 new batteries, but as I say, it's so heavy for me to lift. But that's the whole battery saga. I couldn't get over it. I was raging after us paying dear for those good gel batteries, and then somebody else now is getting the good of it on their scooter. But there's nothing I can do about it now. He did give us 2 brand new batteries, so I suppose I can't. Well, I could complain, but at least I got 2 new batteries out of it. So there, guys, that's our first row. As you can see, that's our first row done in our mat. So what I do, if I got a pen, yeah. What I do so I don't get confused, I take the pattern and I just score that whole front row out, because in the past I've done the same row twice and I've confused myself. So as I say, I just score it out and then I move on to the next row, which I'll just show you again. It's more green as well, isn't it? Yeah. There's more going back the ways. There's still more green there. So I'll just show you again. Now I'm going to go back this way again. So I'll go for, let me see if I can show you it better from this angle. So again, you just fold your yarn over, hold it in your thumb and forefinger, put your hook through it, go to the, no, it's better at this end to show you. So go to the next row up, put it underneath. If I can get it underneath there. As I say, you pull the hook through until this bit here goes through. So you pull it up, make sure that's down. You pull it up and around the hook. Look, I'm getting caught. I'm not demonstrating that very well, am I? Hold on, guys. That wasn't a very good demonstration. Dear, oh, as I say, fold it over, put your hook through, put it through the first till your hook bit here, or this bit that closes goes through. Pull your thread up and around so it catches in that hook bit. You can see there. Give it a tighten and then just pull through, and there we go. And then just give your strands a little bit of a pull. So again, we shall do it again. Double over your yarn. Look, my hand's going to shake now. That bit's a bit twisty. I'm not very good at demonstrating this on my case. So put it through, go to the next one, under, push it through until that bit goes through. Bring it back down, hold on to that bit, put it around that hook till it closes and just pull through. And that's it. And then you just go and you complete the next row. We will be adding a bit more different colours here, but that's how I latch hook, guys. Now, no, that wasn't a great demonstration, but I hope you could see that clearly enough. But that's the way I do it. I just keep going, checking it row by row. And I always start from the bottom and work my way up. So let me know in the comments if you have ever latched hook before, or I know some people were curious about it and asked me, you know, if it was an easy craft to do, and it definitely is a lot easier than crocheting and cross stitch for me. Now I know latch hooking is an old craft, but I say I only took it up there in February, March time. So I hope that helped a bit. If you have any other questions, let me know down in the comments below. Rocco, if I can show you here, what do I say? Let's see. You see him there? He's in his wee bed there. He's actually asleep. He's actually getting to, you can see he's the full width of that wee donut bed now. We need to get him another one. That's the one that we keep on our bed. That he, well, sometimes he sleeps in it, and other times he likes to stretch out above your head. Or other times he just go to the quilt and lay on top of the quilt. But that's him out for the count for now, while probably he gets his lunch. So guys, if you consider giving me a thumbs up on your way out, I'd be very much appreciated. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. So you all take care and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whatever you're up to. Bye guys.
Subscribe, like and share. Come back again to Paula's Crafty Corners home, where my home is always open. Crafts and wonder, love is shown. Thanks for visiting, my friends. Until and hand, crafting dreams